welcome back to the channel. This is my third attempt at this one, and it turns out if you want to hear how this pushes my buttons, it'll be over on Patreon eventually. I don't know about today. But being I did a pro Veterans Day, Tom McDonald Dax, and it was very one-sided. Now, I liked it. And at the end, I addressed how I felt both sides of a conflict would have the ability to tell the same story. And as I was reflecting on that, I'm like, I can come back to protest the hero, Little Snakes, one more time. Palimpsest. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. I looked that up. It turns out that's like a page from a manuscript. I am going to mostly just listen. It turns out this is an indictment of Mount Rushmore. See if you can catch that.
Oh, what a typical story. Contested cite the Americas. With treaties broken, the same sad token. Tory repaired it with paraffin. Disembodied hands disembowel the earth. A monument of our arrogance. A monolith of our bloated bunk self-worth. Disembodied hands disembowel the earth.
So by this point, I did not know. I was very caught on the lyrics. I didn't quite understand yet. What a typical story, contested site. It gives me we're talking about a piece of land, I think. The Americas. Oh, I got a tighter location. With treaties broken, well, that's narrowing it down. The same sad token. Torn and repaired with paraffin. I didn't get because it's a metaphor that the statues are a quick fix and a way to gloss over the atrocities committed. I understand that, and then I didn't catch the disembodied heads disembowel the earth. I wasn't there yet, but by the time you get to the Black Hills and the slavery and savages and the quotes, I'm like, oh, okay. I know where we're at now. It's a fire-ass tune. All I got to say is I'm not much for guilt. I don't feel guilty about yesterday when things are still going on tomorrow. And I believe a lot of these subjects still exist, just not within the same framework. I think it's parts of the world that we're afraid to question, practice, ideas that we somehow hate ourselves for when, I don't know, I'm not even guilty for anything my dad did. So to go back any farther than that seems crazy. But because I come from the Tom McDonald and the pro-order follower stuff, I had to come back because it's permissible. Both sides. We all get the opinion. I'm just not swayed by, ancestral guilt. And then I think losing battles does not necessarily give you right to cry about the victors. You should probably question why you didn't fight harder. I don't know. I use the war one of the wars in my lifetime as an example where farmers and political idiots came head to head, and the farmers won. So, resolve and technological superiority coming into play too. It's tough. It's tough. I do feel for the subject. I'm just not willing to hate myself over it. And that could just be an arrogance and a monolithic position in a global state of bloated colonialism. I don't know. That's the gist of it. We're colonials. We colonized the indigenous people and fucked them over. Yep. But pretty sure the world is still fucking over someone tomorrow, too. We should probably focus on that.
A monolith of uploaded bunk self-worth. Disembodied hands. Disembowel the earth. We mind the land with our leaders. 8 eyes who watch little snakes. Regal expressions for native repression. At rest frozen on their face. We can make an exception and they can make some concessions because there's gold in the black hills. Up to the teeth we can make an example of everyone of these savages because the rights they have.
Hey, what have we done for lithium in the last, let's say, decade? This song come out before the last decade, right? (2020). It's a great song, but I'm just saying, hasn't the world been fighting over, let's say, lithium mines? And how about artisan cobalt mining? Anybody got a song about that? I had a whole progressive history class that told me I was a bad person while they literally shafted GPA scores and let new citizens move to the front of the line. I have resentment. But I'm just saying, what have we done for lithium mines in the last decade? How much blood shed for that? I'm just saying. It seems like instead of going this far back for the story, we could go a couple years into the future and project some pretty good ideas onto the upcoming atrocities they're going to do for the New World Order. Weird.
Every one of these savages because the rights they have we keep to them and we can take them away without giving a damn. Ain't that exactly how it is? And that's exactly what they did. Oh, you don't make us right. Well, that's exactly what they did. What an impressive display of complete disillusion. Two fucking faces, oh slaves.
Yeah, no, this is where I gotta. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not implying anything here, but I was like thinking about monuments to whatever, and it turns out it looks like we still just keep, putting what we think are ideas we want to stand the test of time into stone and statue, into reliefs and frescoes, into, art. Now, does it cover up some shit? Probably. Over on Patreon, I use Renaissance and my hatred of the controlling church. But why would I indict the art? So the controversy part of the story, but the lasting monument, not as superficial as the self-loathers think. It appears that we just have been doing this since the dawn of time. Maybe that's why powers on high have to teach you to make no graven images. And then there's some groups that still take that to heart. As I say, there's so many complicated issues floating around now. But what a kick-ass song and an appropriate position to take if you have feelings about it. So all in all, what a great tune. And even though I don't agree with the subject as something I have to feel guilty about, I can understand why people do. Empathize with, the past. It just, you'd think they'd empathize with the Epstein victims more. But no, they don't.
Once applied the largest aboriginal execution. Once somebody said, I don't believe the only good Indians are dead. But I believe in another
that line there was done. That's why I kind of got to that line, and I'm like, oh, you think it's just indignity done for all of time, and I think it's a group that lost a battle. So what? How about let's put out 100 volumes on the Mongol hordes and Genghis Khan? That was way worse than anything that went down in the Americas, or equally as atrocious. Let's hear some of them tunes. It's the self-loathing part that gets me. That part I just don't understand.
Concessions because there's gold in the black hell. Until the teeth we can make an example of everyone of these savages. Because the rights they have, we give to them and we can take them away.
And yeah, that line, the rights and the savages, and I would look up, what is it, artisan cobalt mining? F off. F off. You're doing worse today, and you love the products the shit creates. Fuck off. This is the most hypocritical period in all of history. The people working for $1 a day killing themselves. I want my iPhone. I want my tech. I want my electric car. Fuck them. I want to focus on self-loathing shit from the past and be punished for my father's sins. That's a tough fucking position to take.
We can make an example of everyone of these savages. Because the rights they have, we give to them and we can take them away without giving a damn. Oh yes, the rights they have, we give to them and we can take them away.
And to be fair, I think the creation of the country was closer to the sacrificial rituals of the Aztecs than it is to the progressive ideology of today. So I wonder why the guilt is so rampant. Probably because they were thinking about things that went on 100 years earlier down in Central America. Maybe look into it, and it turns out that streets ran red with atrocities and just flowed sticky with the red stuff in our basic lifetimes. I lied about I can't be silent. But at the same time, in the Tom McDonald, I admitted that trying to honor order followers is tough. I'm a firm believer that all unethical orders should be said no. No! Turns out I have a moral base. I can't do that. But then gaining and acquiring space during a growth period on the planet would be a lot more complicated. But I'm not sure the soft, touchy-feely people understand that that's just shit that goes down. I think it's going down to this day. And then you pick a side and you want your side to annihilate the other side. What's the fucking difference? You got your fucking Ukrainian flag in your bio. You're totally cool with as many Russians getting fucking axed. You're fucking totally cool with that. But goddamn them Indians, they got fucked. You fucking kidding me, right? This is my problem with this type of lyrical content. It's so one-sided, just like the Tom McDonald and Dax shit, that I'm like, really? Well, this is all hearts and minds shit. This doesn't help me see the big picture at all. It gets me stuck in a moment of time I'm supposed to suffer for. And why do I side with the right-leaning shit over the left? Because at least over there, they're talking about actual order followers who did something for maybe what they felt was a good reason and then are left discarded and broken. Human beings that just wanted to make something safe because they believed the bullshit coming from the people that make statues on Mount Rushmore. Yes. The swaying of hearts and minds to create odor followers is one of the stupid fucking things this planet does. But goddamn, we need to address it tomorrow, not yesterday.
Forgotten in the shadows cast by celebrated busts lies the sight depicting his.
I definitely feel like I should go to Mount Rushmore. And now, if I was successful and had 1 million followers, this reaction would get my whole family into fucking transport, and we go to the Black Hills, we go to Mount Rushmore, and then I go down to Stone Mountain, Georgia, and I talk about the effort it takes to create something like that. The will, not just to destroy, but to, oh, Dad's on the grave of the fallen. And I wouldn't fucking lose a minute of sleep. Cause I can't find myself drawn into that when tomorrow is gonna be something worse still.
Ignoble bloodlust. There might be flowers in the windows, but only ashes in the streets.
Okay, and just to drive this shit home, we're gonna talk about artisanal, yes, the loophole. Now, I don't care who I've offended, because everything on that screen to me should be offensive. I should go. We should do it. Oh, it didn't get me there. Never in human history has there been more suffering that generated more profit and was linked to the lives of more people around the world than what's happening in the Congo right now. So, if you're curious why I don't roll into a fetal position ball, pull out my tissues, and cry for the sins of the past, well, then I guess you're just not paying attention. But you want the shit it creates. You want to know why I keep siding with shit like Tom McDonald? Because he points out that you fucking fight your goddamn battles tweeting on your iPhones, sipping your Starbucks. I pound $3 sugar every day. I admit I'm an opinionated asshole whose only notion is to create entertainment. Could it be based in reality? Oh, fucking A, right. Hopefully I'm one of those little snakes slithering around pointing out the truth that you're steeped in white guilt bullshit is literally perpetuating the problems that exist today.
And broken sings the songs of their defeat, but it's your vacation, your holiday.
Yep.
It's a reminder every story.
I'd go. I'd drop it all right now. But that's not the channel I have. That's not what I do. So that ain't going to happen. But I would. This would literally write the next 4 days of material if I could afford it.
It's your vacation, your holiday.
To be fair, it's because I actually enjoyed driving across the country. I got an escort for an hour and 20 minutes doing 80 following a double wide, I don't know what the hell it was, double wide unit, but it had actual police escort and everything. And the smart people, we just locked the cruise control right behind it. Hour and 20 minutes we were doing 80 through upper Georgia. This is beautiful. It was mid Georgia. It was already past Atlanta. Beautiful. No snakes in that experience. It was nothing but angels and trumpets sounding on high. It was great.
Noble bloodlust. There might be flowers in the windows, but only ashes in the streets. Impoverished and broken sings the songs of their defeat. But it's your vacation, your holiday. It's a reminder every story gets sculpted and decayed. It's your vacation, your holiday. You might feel cheated by its modesty. Pack the car and drive away. It's your vacation, your holiday. It's your vacation.
It's a good song.
Your holiday. It's your vacation. Your holiday. It's your vacation. Your holiday. About face. Enjoy the ride. There's a different version of history carved in the mountainside. Your voice made up. Your hands are tied. On colonialism, wild declinations in the flutter of a genocide.
What I really think we need to do is take one more trip. And about face, enjoy the ride. There's a different version of history carved in the mountainside. Wow. How appropriate the lyrical content here. Your mind's made up. Your hands are tied. But colonialism, by all definitions, is the father to a genocide. Yeah, now you tweet out how much you hated this reaction on your fucking smartphone. You're winning at life, aren't you? Now, this goes out to every person who is steeped in white guilt. And somehow you need to be punished for the sins of your father, but you don't care about the atrocities of tomorrow. I don't have any respect for you. Zero. And I'll be damned if my points aren't valid. Now, of course, they're all opinions for entertainment purposes only, so fuck me. Who cares? Little Snakes Protest the Hero is a banging ass track and an opinion that's allowed to be had. I would not want to change it. I just don't have to take it. Fucking fire. So good, right? So I'm not, what a great song, every right to exist, every right for you to enjoy it. I just believe this is a hearts and minds propaganda piece to steep me into white guilt. And fuck if you can do that to me. Just can't do it. I'm guilty too, but at least I know I'm guilty. I don't pretend to hide that behind the latest fashion trend in self-loathing. And some of the people that I respect in this world profit from this shit. So I understand how fucked up I think this is. You want to talk about little snakes? I think it truly does exist. We just looking in the wrong century. Later.